Welcome back to Just Cause 3. That hurt. Alright. And up. And up. And up. And what is this? And zoom. Ha, beautiful. Now I'll just kind of like... Alright, plan 1, Boone. What is that? That's ugly. Whoa! Look out! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Get me in here. Alright, you don't have to do that. Woo! This is fun. I did not mean to. Well, okay. Can you like bounce and survive? Oh, you can! Yeah, okay, where are we going? Where are we going to? Where is she going? What's this? Railway sprint. Macquarello. Don't mind if I do. Wait. I was in it. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's how it works. What? Instagram. Alright. Let's start it. Let's do this. What car are you giving me? You giving me a bike? Do you expect me to be a sort of a god? Have you seen me on bikes in this game? Have you seen me on... Oh, gosh. Well, here we go. Out of the way! This is terrible. This is terrible. What? Uh-oh. Could I have done something other than a bike? Well, that was kind of cool. Drift there. Could I have done this in something other than a bike, please? Please? 7 out of 24. My brother was a fan of music by Chopin. I'm trying. This is not going goodly. Oh no. Why? Okay. What do you expect? It's a bike. Bikes aren't good. Nobody with a motorcycle is cool. You might think you look cool, but you don't. You're on a motorized bicycle. You're like the ultimate horrible cyclist. No, you're just a tool. If you're thinking about getting a motorcycle, have common sense. It might ruin your life, because it could kill you. And will kill your reputation and blow the weed. Might kill your reputation. Might kill me. I missed my stairs. Ah, got it. Wait. Why slow? I am trying. I'm going. Don't. I'm trying. No. Don't do that. Let me back on the race course! Ah! What? That's... Alright. No. You see, the reason I'm not doing the bike one, and the reason I don't ride a bike, is because I'm not an idiot. I'm not an obnoxious fool who thinks that riding a bike will make them look cool and give them a certain image. No, it gives you a bad image. I'm saying that. I literally couldn't care less about you when you're riding, if you own a motorcycle. It's okay if you own one, but if you like actively drive it, you're a terrible person. Like, why? Especially like the sporty one. Like, no, you're not... First of all, extremely dangerous, and also, you don't... I'm gonna say this a million times because it's true, it does not improve your image. Just drive a car like a normal person. I don't want to be normal, I want to be special. You are definitely being special driving a motorcycle. It's just a motorized bike. It's not impressive. That's just like wearing rocket-powered skates. It's impossible to do. And especially if you rev the engine just for fun, you are a terrible person. You obviously do not respect people. Obviously. I'm going off on a horrible rant here because I hate people with motorcycles. If you're gonna be like, okay, motorcycle makes me feel happy. Well, maybe you should be sad. I mean, that's terrible. Driving a motorcycle should not make you feel happy. I like feeling the wind on my... Then just get a convertible, for goodness sake. Just get a convertible. It's not the same. Well, okay, it isn't the same. So what? At least you're not looking like a horrible person by driving a bike. Yeah, anyone who, like, revs their car engine in general, they... Just don't, alright? Just absolutely do not. It's not, because then now everybody knows, like, oh, that person's revving their car engine, they must be pretty cool, which is sarcasm. You're not cool for revving your car engine. It makes you look like absolute trash. Absolute trash. I'm getting angry just saying all this. Well, I'm going. But lessons learned from today, if you have a motorcycle, sell it and buy a money tree. Or a mail order bride. I don't know. Something better use than a motorcycle. Just get a normal car. They're so expensive. It's dangerous. You could die. It's worth it. It's not worth it. Oh my good lord. It's not worth dying. Driving a motorcycle is not worth... A motorcycle is not worth dying for. It's a piece of junk, skinny bike metal that just looks awful and disgusting. You don't know what it's like to own a motorcycle, kid, because you don't know... You're right, I don't, but I can assume by just how people act on them that they're terrible for you, and they don't improve your image. That's what I'm saying. Motorcycles don't improve your image. They really do not. They do alter your image, but it's sure not improving them. It's sure not improving it. Not improving it whatsoever. And if you think it is, well, you might... Maybe next week in play therapy, you can, discuss that with your therapist, your play therapist, huh? Because that's all you'd have while owning a motorcycle, is just a play therapist. You want to play with the sandbox and Barbies today? Because you spent all your money on a motorcycle and upgrades for your motorcycle, so you can't get a real nice therapist. You just get the one that treats you like a baby, because she knows that you bought a motorcycle, and she's like, well, I think we can improve your life. Maybe not have you make so many, wrongful and wasteful decisions with your life, wasting your money and wasting your time and effort. Yes, I'm jabbing motorcycle owners because there's... And it's even worse when they don't wear helmets. Safety, so if you just want to, that's even worse, is people don't wear their helmets because they think that makes them look cooler, like they're living on the edge. You're right, you're going to be living on the edge in the hospital when you crack your skull open and give yourself traumatizing brain damage. Oh my gosh, just wear a helmet. They taught you that as a kid, if you're riding a bike, to wear your helmet. And are you so messed up as an adult that you can't even think to do it on a much faster one that you can actually drive on highways? Are you that stupid? Are you that stupid? I need to calm down. I need to calm down. But all I'm saying is true. It is. Motorcycle owners, I don't like you. I'll just say that flat out. I don't like you. I hate you, in fact. Because like I said, it's just a waste of money. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of life. Now, I know how to waste my life nicely, which is, I'm in a combat zone. I know how to waste my life correctly, and that is by playing video games. Because that's actually something productive and cool. Well, I wouldn't say exactly cool, but productive and fun. Caleb, motorcycle driving is fun. You get the wind in your hair. Okay, cool. Can you do this while motorcycling? No, I don't think you can. Can you do this while motorcycling? No, I don't think you can do that while motorcycling, huh? Don't think you can. Now this is what you can do while motorcycling, which is die. And that's not what you can do. That's what you can do while motorcycling, and what might happen if you go motorcycling. Let this episode be a lesson to you, okay? I need to calm down. But all I'm saying is true. It's all true. Alright. Okay, back to the actual game. That felt good. That felt really good. Alright, you know what else grinds my gears? Mullets. In 2021. Mullets, you know what, the thing I find interesting about that is that mullets were, never cool. Mullets were never good looking. Mullets were never interesting. Mullets were never popular. I won't say they weren't popular, but they were popular for a bad reason. They're terrible. They look horrible. What is wrong with people that get them? Especially in the early 90s, where girls had mullets. It looks absolutely terrible. If you're getting a mullet in 2021, you're giving an image that I'm a redneck. The proper term is country music star. But if you have a mullet, you're not a star. You're not a star. Believe me. If you think that mullet, bring it back to the old times, it's gonna look good. No, nah, no. You're bringing back old times, all right. I wouldn't say it looks good, but sure, bringing back the old times, the bad times where certain people wore mullets and then got in trouble for things,
Come on, I just waxed my...
Hey, it's the Street Kavala. Yeah, mullets, if you get one, you've lost my friendship, unless you're like my absolute bestest friend, which I doubt you will be. But, well, if you're like, say, one of my lesser known friends, and you get a mullet, I'm gonna be like, alright, nice knowing you, but I can see you're obviously a bumbling fool, and a full-on moron, so I'm just not gonna be your friend anymore. Let's see, what else gets me angry? Perms. Like, why? Oh, here's another one. People that get dogs. People that own dogs, take them out for walks, and do not clean up their dog's poopies. See, owning a dog, there's some main responsibilities, and that's one of the absolute top ones, is that you clean after its poop. Like, it's not hard. Getting a dog means you have certain responsibilities, and that's one of them, is cleaning up their poop. Especially when you're in a complex and there's other people living there in the yard. They don't want your stupid dog's poop everywhere, alright? So if you're gonna get a dog, you need to know, like, okay, I need to do this every day, and if I don't, I look like absolute trash. Which, yeah, you do. If you're not picking up your dog's poop, you're trash, and just leaving it around so people can accidentally step on it when the snow starts to melt. What? Okay. Let's see, what else gets me angry? Oh! Well, speaking of motorcyclists, cyclists! Yeah, just, here's my view on cyclists, is that if I were given an opportunity to make one new law for the entire world, I'd be like, alright, no more bike lanes in the roads. Bikers can no longer ride in the roads. People are like, what about, taxes? You gotta do it. That's for the people. Oh, believe me, I'm helping the people. Believe me. The bike lanes will now be separate little sidewalks next to the sidewalk. Because you don't deserve to ride in the road. Because you're idiots. You think you own the road, but you don't. You're just the reason you're just big children wearing tights and a stupid helmet. Really stupid looking helmet. With just not even sitting down in your bike because your diaper's full of crap. That's why bikers don't sit down and they just like stand up on their bike like that. It's because their diapers are full of poop. That's why. Because that's where they're riding to every day, is to ride back to their mommy's house to get their diaper changed. And that's why they're so grumpy, is because they have a loaded diaper. That's why. Let's see, what else gets me angry? Let's see. Well, simply, truck drivers. Like, kind of similar to, bikists, cyclists. Okay. You don't own the road. You do not. You do need a blinker that is required by law. You need a blinker to drive like a good, decent human. You need to obey street laws like a normal human. And you need to not be an a-hole to people that are just driving. Like, serious. Why is it restricted? I don't understand that. Alright, moving on. Yeah, SUV truck drivers, they're just like, yeah, I own this place. And no, you don't. I just said that you own the truck and that's about it outside of your house. That's about it. Unless you have, like, weird servants, then no. You don't own it. You don't own the road, sir. See what else gets me angry. Alright, I could get extremely offensive, but I will not. I refuse to. I'll just go ahead and kind of narrow it down to, Karens and entitled people. Oh my good lord. Like, is there even, like, why, what is your mindset? I didn't have my food was half a degree off. I demand to get all of my money back and the entire meal be prepared. You're not a queen. You're not a princess. You're not a ruler of a country. You shouldn't expect greatness when you go to McDonald's. You're not the queen of the ghetto has arrived. I demand, no. Oh my gosh, some people are just, and there's people, okay, another thing is idiots on Twitter. Like, literally people that may or may not have ever finished middle school. Like, one person I saw was like, it's crazy that in, like 79 years, it'll be the year 3000. And I was like, it's great to know. It's really great to know that there are still people like this in this world. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to know. Because usually people like that either get wiped out by natural selection, or they just get wiped out by themselves, not knowing how to start a lawnmower and just grinding their face into the motors. But, Yeah, usually people aren't that stupid. Like, as my favorite Twitter tweet once said, it's that all girls born after 2001, all they know is, eat McDonald's, charge they phone, eat hot chip and lie. I probably forgot some, but let's see what else gets me angry. Okay, people that will, okay, people, if you're in public, you're kind of just chilling in public or something, people that will just walk up to you and start talking. Like, alright, if I'm in a cafe, or if I'm in, like, Barnes & Noble trying to read, and you start just walk up to me while I'm trying to read, you're instantly, okay, you're instantly one of the worst people I've ever met, because if I'm trying to read a book, then you need to respect that and not talk to me about your weird, I lost my child, or it's like, oh, stop pouring acid into that guy's car. Like, no, just leave me alone, I'm trying to read. But in all seriousness, yeah, I don't like being interrupted by random people when start asking me questions like, hey, one time, okay, I was wearing, I'm not a fan of sports, I do not like sports, but I was wearing a Cubs hat that I got when I was younger from my uncle, and this person came up and was like, oh, you like the Cubs? I was like, no. He's like, you're wearing a Cubs hat? You like sports? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, what's with the hat? And I was like, I want a hat. I have it. It's just a hat. You don't need to be like, oh, that person has a green cap. That must mean they absolutely love the color green, and I love it too. I must go become best friends with them. No, just because somebody's wearing something doesn't mean you have to go like, oh, dude, you're wearing a Star Wars shirt. Oh, dude, Star Wars is my Bible. Whatever. Don't. Okay. If it's your job to do that, fine. If you're getting paid to do that, fine. Fine. But if you're just a random person doing that, just kind of reality check, alright? Nobody really wants that these days. Especially when they're trying to do something they enjoy, like reading or working out or something. Don't come up to people. Like, if you're working out, you're obviously sweating and, like, listening to music in your earbuds, and somebody comes up to you and is like, hey, what you working on? You could just ignore them, because they can see that you're sweaty, you're hot, you're tired, you're extremely exhausted, you're working yourself, you're listening to music in your own earbuds, and they want to chat with you. They think it's a good time to chat like that. Oh, they might be wrong in the head, because that's obviously a visual sign that you should not talk to them. Alright, what else is there? Oh, well, I work in retail, and I get my fair share of, I do get my fair share of people that, see, at where I work, we have the signs, little signs for the shoes out in front of them, and, sometimes, if there's a cheaper shoe next to it, well, they kind of, like, switch the signs, and then when it rings up as the expensiver one, they'll be like, oh, wait, but that was $10, and then we'll go check, and then it'll be like, no, it looks like the signs got switched. It'll be like, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't let that happen. That's really unprofessional. It'll be like, okay, since it was you, well, next time we'll permanently ban somebody for doing that. Like, what are some people in this world are just such annoyings. It's just ridiculous sometimes. Well, it looks like that's all the time. That's all the time I have for this episode. I've just been ranting about the horrible things. So I guess thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.